Good morning, welcome to day 18 of morning maths. You just need your pencil and paper. Copy me if you need to. Go faster than me if you can. Let's get going. Question 1. Well, there's a picture here of question 1. It's very big. 831. It's quite a big number. There's 800s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. 6, 7, 8. 800s. That's there. Hundreds. Put the hats on this number. Then we've got 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. 3 tens. And we've got 1 unit over here. Hundreds, tens and units. That's a bit of a big U. What's the value of the 1? Because that's what's underlined. What's the value of the 1 in 831? So I'm going to squeeze the answer to number 1 here. Because I haven't got much space at the moment. So it's 1 unit. Or 1, 1 you might even say. 1 unit, of course in digits that's 1. So there's the answer to question 1. I'm going to clear up some space while you record that, so make sure you keep up. You've got plenty of time for that. Don't think I deleted anything I need. So it's 1 unit in brackets 1. Let's move on to question 2. 234 plus 50. So when you're doing 234 plus 50, let's have a quick look at the hats on these numbers, on these digits. You've got units, tens and hundreds, and we're adding it to just units and tens. So see that the units is 0, that means the units is not going to change, it's going to stay as 4. The tens is going to change because we're adding 5 tens. So this tens column here is going to go up by 5. There's no 100, so the only thing that's going to change is this tens column. It's going to be 3 tens plus 5 tens, which is 8 tens. So we're going to have 284, that's the answer. Because we had 3 tens, but we added 5 tens, we get 284. Or you could do that in the column method. So there's the answer, 234 plus 50 is 284. But the column method, I'm going to squeeze that in down here. You could do 234 plus 50, line it up down the right, which is this side. And we add those and it should still be 284. Really tight for space today, but 284 is the answer to question 2. Make sure you've got that down. We go to question 3. 10 minus 6. 10 minus 6. Hopefully you're getting quite quick at this now if you're using a number line. 10 take away 6. Take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 4. 10 take away 6 equals 4. And question 4. We've got 10 times 7. If I'm getting a bit faster now over the weeks, you might need to pause the video sometimes for everyone to catch up. 10 times 7, I can sing my tens 7 times. 10 and 20, 30 and 40, 50 and 60, 70 is 70. 10 times 7 is 70. Question 5, I'll be using these apples that I've got here. You might be wondering what they're for. Well, they're for sharing because 12 divided by 3. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 apples. I'm going to share them between 3, put them in groups of 3. I'll get 3 people who are going to eat these apples. 1 wants some apples, 2 wants some apples, and 3. And when we divide things out, we share things out equally. So we make it fair. They get 1, they get 1. Again, they're enormous apples for these people like yesterday. They clearly wouldn't be able to eat those apples of that size, would they? So I'm sharing it out fairly. At the moment, they've all got 3. But now they've all got 4. 4. So every person has 4 apples because 12 divided by 3 is 4. Okay, let's move on to question 6. The year 4 level work. I'll probably leave the apples down there. Question 6. What's the value of the 3 in 3001? The value of the 3 in 3001. We'll put the hats on and we'll soon see. Units, tens, hundreds. Oh, it's in the thousands. So it's worth 3,000s. 3,000s. in brackets 3, 0, 0, 0. 3,000s, 3,000. Okay, I'm just going to move that away for people who might go down there already. Question 7 in year 4. I'm going to clear this. Question 7 is more than, which means plus. 456 more than 358. 456 and 358. Okay, we add those together in the column method. 6 plus 8. If I hadn't got rid of my number line, I could have used that for this. But you can if you need it. 6 plus 8 is 14. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 1 is 8. There's question 7. Question 8, 181 minus 120. Biggest number at the top in minus, usually, or always in the column method. 181 minus 120. 1 take away 0 is 1. 8 take away 2 is 6. 1 take away 1 is 0. That's easy, isn't it? Seems a bit easy. Okay, 181 take away 120 is 61, because minus makes things smaller. That's why 181 got smaller. Make sure you're keeping up. We're on question 9 already. I'm going fast today, I think. Question 9 is 141 multiplied by 3. Let's get the grid method quickly. 100. I can probably fit this in the box properly for once. Yeah, that'll be good. 141 multiplied by 3. That's it. 3 times 100, that's of course 300. Or you could say 3 times 1 is 3, place the 2 zeros. In the next space, it's 3 times 40. 3 times 4, 3, 6, 9, 12. Place a 0, 120. 3 times 1 is 3. I nearly said 1. 3 times 1 is 3. So we have to add up the blue answers. 300 plus 120 plus 3. If I do that in my head, it's going to be 423. And I'll check it with the column method. If you're fast enough to do things in your head and you're a quick writer, I always say do it on paper and in your head, you're going to get it right then, or you're very likely to. 423 is our answer. And we're on question 10. 505 divided by 5. We can't do, in year 3 we share out apples and things to do division, but we can't do, it would take a long time anyway to share out 505 apples between 5. So instead we use the bus stop. How many 5s in 5? 1. How many 5s in 5? 0. How many 5s in 5? 1. It's 101. So 505 apples shared between 5 people would be 101 apples each. Year 5 level, question 11. Value of 7 in this decimal number, 0.257. Units is before the decimal point. Tenths, I'll do it with these little fraction hats this time. Hundredths and thousandths. We're looking for the value of the 7 thousandths. That's how you write it, 7 thousandths. And as always, hopefully you're starting to notice how decimals and fractions match up. This is the this is the fraction answer, 7 thousandths, because it's in the thousandths column, 7 thousandths. And as a decimal, easiest way for that sometimes is to write it under the number. Change everything to 0 except the 7, and it's 0.007. That's the decimal answer. So we have all our 3 answers. And we're on question 12. Sum of 5,555 and means plus as well. Sum means plus and means plus in maths usually. 9,999. You could put these numbers the other way around. You could have the biggest one on the top, because in plus it doesn't matter what's on the top. 5 plus 9 is 14. We'll need that a bit. 5 plus 9 is 14, plus 1 is 15. 5 plus 9 is 14, plus 1 is 15. 5 plus 9 is 14, plus 1 is 15. All that should be a big one because we're finished. 15,554 is our answer. There's another way of doing this, of course. You could just pretend that 9,999 was 10,000. 10,000 plus 5,000 is 15,555, but it was actually one less we're adding on, so it's 15,554. Question 13, 300 minus 141. 300 minus 141. That's messy. So 0 take away 1 we can't do. 0 needs some help, no help there, so go to here. 3 goes down to a 2, we get 1. 10 goes down to a 9, we can get 1. 10 take away 9 is 10 take away 1 is 9. 9 take away 4 is 5. 2 take away 1 is 1. 300 take away 141 is 159. Next one. Standard method, 986 times 7. Seven times 6, 42. 7 times 8, 56, plus 4, 60. 7 times 9, 63, plus 6, 69. 6,902. Just check over my times tables. Okay, 6,902. We're on question 15. $57.65. One thing I like about the bus stop for division is when it's decimals, it's not really very difficult. You just put the dot upstairs. You just line up the decimal point, don't you? And it will still work as normal. How many 5s in 5? Exactly 1. How many 5s in 7? 5 is 1. But I only sang 5, that says 7, so 6, 7 is a remainder 2. How many 5s in 26? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I counted on my fingers was 5. But that says 26, so remainder 1. And how many 5s in 15? 5, 10, 15 is 3. 11.53 is how we say that number. Question 16, the year 6 level. I doubt there's any year 3s left, is there? Could there be any year 3s left? There might be some year 4s left and some year 5s who get this far. This is the value of the 6 in 3,223.56. 6. Well, units is before the decimal point. Tens, hundreds, thousands, but we won't need them this time. Tenths comes after, and hundredths comes after that. So it's 6 hundredths, isn't it? That's what the 6 is worth. 6 hundredths. As a fraction, 6 over 100, because it's 6 and it's in the hundredths column, 6 over 100. As a decimal, 0.06. Fractions are decimals, just shown in a different form. They're parts of something, little bits of something. Right, question 17. We've got plus, minus, times, divide to go now, and we'll be finished. Question 17. Could be a bit tricky to line up. Just make sure you line up the decimal point and you'll be fine. So, as I've shown you at times, I like to sometimes do the decimal points first, so I don't forget them. Now on plus, some people like to do this, but it doesn't matter on plus. They like to place some ghost zeros, or I don't know what else I call them really. 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 0 is 5. So you can see if they weren't there, it wouldn't matter in this case. These particular zeros don't matter. Other zeros are really important. But after the decimal point and at the end of the number, they're not important. 5 plus 9 is 14. 3 plus 9 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Does that make sense? 3 and a bit plus 9 and a bit would be 12 and a bit, but it's 13 and a bit because of the carried one. So we get 13.455. Question 18. You know the way I check every question I do by saying something or other, don't I? I do some kind of check. You should get into the habit of doing that. 20 is bigger than 6 and a bit, but we'll only be able to take away 6 and a bit if we give 20 a decimal point as well. Then we can do 6 and the 73, the 0.73. Place some zeros up there. It's a minus. Should be about £14 roughly, shouldn't it, as an estimate? Well, 20 to take away 6 is 14, but we're taking away a bit more. So actually probably be 13 point something. Get some help. think it'd be 13.27. I could be wrong. Let's see. 7, 2, 3. Oh, it is 13.27. Well, I'm happy with that because that was what I thought it was doing in my head. Let's move on to question 19. Fairly big multiplication, or they do, of course, get bigger in year 6. If you're wondering, year 6 if things will get harder in morning maths, they will get a lot harder by the end of the year. Be doing much bigger divisions, much bigger multiplications. This one's not too bad, but it's some tricky times tables, 9s, 7s and 8s. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 7 is 70. 9 times 8 is 72, plus 7 is 79. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 7 is 70. Very easy to make a mistake with all those 7s and 8s and 9s. Carried 3 7s there. So the answer is 70,902. I will check my times tables though. Oh, I'm struggling with this checking. 72. 63 plus 7 is 70. 72 plus 7 is 79. Looks right. Okay, let's go to question 20. 95.46. 95.46. We're dividing that by 3. Line up the decimal point, don't forget that. 3 into 9, 369 is 3. 3 into 5, 3, 6. That's too many. 3 is 1, carried a 2. How many 3s in 24? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 and 24, 8. How many 3s in 6? 3, 6 is 2. 31.82. It's time for the answers, isn't it? Here's the answers, 31.82 and everything else. I hope you did well. If you're not getting something every day, the same thing, make it one of your targets. And let your teacher know that's one of your targets. It's something you need to work on. I'll see you the next time you do morning maths.